on the News Channel 5 network. This is OpenLine.
Welcome to Ask the Attorney. I'm your host, Amy Rao Mohan, and Ask the Attorney is your opportunity on the third Thursday of every month to ask an attorney any type of question you may have, whether that's civil or criminal, family law, bankruptcy. We are here to answer your questions. And tonight, our guest is Kevin Kennedy with the Kennedy Law Firm.
Good to see you, Amy. As always, it's a delight to be with you.
And it's always a fun show. We get lots of calls, people calling in about all types of legal issues.
You know, one of the great things is we can share. It means nothing to us if we have all this information and we can't give it and share it. You know, it was Woodson, the great coach, said once, he said, learn your craft well and give it away for the rest of your life. And so that's what this broadcast really helps us do, give some knowledge, food for thought, because we don't want people really agonize over legal problems and lawsuits. So if we can bring some relief there, then that's what we want to do. And
we really learn a lot from the callers, and oftentimes you may not want to call about something that somebody else does, or you may not have thought about that issue, and you learn from each other as well.
Absolutely. So I always encourage, you know, even when we have law firm meetings, we had one this morning, and we have a young lawyer, and she's 25, she raised her hand, and she said, can I ask this? I said, there are no dumb questions. And some of the smartest lawyers, you know, when I was brand new, I ran around and asked all the lawyers questions, and they'd get on to me. They said, Kevin, you've already asked this lawyer. Why'd you? And I said, because y'all are giving me different answers. And my philosophy always, when I get 3 lawyers and 2 agree, then I can go with 2. But when no one agrees, I'm not moving on that till I'm satisfied, because it's interpretation of the law, it's theory of the law, what's the facts, how do you see it? And the last thing you really want to make is a terrible argument in front of a judge. And so it's a learning process. That's why they call it the practice of law. And in our discussions, creativity is born. So out of that creativity, wow, and you know, I used to wonder this too, Amy, why didn't I think of that theory? Because I've used it many, many times in the last 5 or 10 years, but why didn't I think of that when I was a 28-year-old? Because my mind was not developed enough. But once I saw it, I said, hey, this is it, I know what to do.
Well, Kevin has had more than 30 years of experience, so we can take any of those calls related to any area of the law, really, and if we can't help you, we'll refer you to someone who can. But again, that number is at the bottom of your screen, 615-737-737-7587. It's really a great opportunity and a rare opportunity to be able to get advice from an attorney.
When I came through, I would have loved to have had a broadcast like this when I was in the law school, because, okay, the professor's not here, my classmates are not here, there's a lawyer, let me call and just get a little direction. And a little advice goes a long ways. Remember that Benjamin Franklin said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and I know that's true. So take these cautious steps, take an analytical step, look at it. And you know, everybody says, well, golly, we're already sunk. I don't want to hear that. Don't bring that negativity. We want some creativity and some positivity, and we'll find our way through this.
Well, we're going to start taking some calls, but don't forget that number at the bottom of your screen, 737-737-7587. Got David here. Hi, David.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Great, David. What can we do for you?
Actually, I just had my son. I talked to him today. He had an accident several months ago, and we hadn't finished even talking with the hospital, and they've already sent the bill to collections.
Yes.
They're already calling him. He's only 22, and his bills are like astronomical numbers.
Yes.
And naturally, they're already talking about, you know, trying to figure out ways to get his money, garnishing and all that.
Okay, well, let me just address that. First off, everybody that's got children from 18 to 22, my mother used to say, you've got to get your children over Fool's Hill. Well, where is that? Some people it's 25, some people it's 30, but you need to interact and go in on behalf of your children, because they don't know, and these collection agencies will take advantage. If your children, family member, neighbor, co-worker has a wreck, seek some advice. Try to tell them to talk before, you know, that old saying, loose lips. It really does make a difference, because when these collection agencies, you know, what they all do, here's a recording. This recording is to make sure of quality. Really, that recording is being used to use against you. Anything you say can be and will be used against you. You can count on that. So be careful with your words. You should ask the questions and not let them ask all the questions.
And so what should he do about these, I guess, collections notices?
First off, you know, if they started calling, I'd go to my insurance. I determine, do we have personal insurance? I determine, do we have car insurance with a medical plan? He says these bills are outrageous. Most policies have a $2,500 or a $5,000 medical. I need to look at it. And you may have to immediately say, this is out of control. Let's hire a lawyer. And so let the lawyer deal with it. If it's his fault, we're dancing, because I want to prevent him from being sued. If it's not his fault, then we want to express his rights so that he can be compensated. Let the other's insurance company pay these bills.
All right. Good advice there. Again, that number 737-plus 737-7587. We've got Eric on the line. Hi, Eric.
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Great.
Good.
What can we do for you, Eric?
Well, kind of a weird situation. I'm on the autism spectrum. I've officially got a diagnosis, and I got into a scuffle with another person that's suspected to be on the autism spectrum, but they haven't been officially diagnosed.
Yes.
And I was arrested for domestic assault. And I was just wondering.
Okay, well, the situation, you know, the population, autism is real. So much of it is undetected, it's undiagnosed. And if you have those characteristics, you should see a lawyer, because we can use that to your advantage. And the situation where you find yourself, anyone can say, they hit me and I'm arrested. You say, well, wait a minute, they can't do that. I've told you, you can be arrested. Amy and I can get arrested. Doesn't mean we're guilty. We can be arrested tonight. Anyone can be sued at any time for anything, for any amount. Again, the best thing is back up, take a little breath. If it's you that's arrested, go see a lawyer. Tell them the facts and let the lawyer perhaps develop a theory that is in your best interest. And again, you say, well, what does that really matter? You know, you still have to have a mens rea to be guilty of a crime. And some people say, well, that's slight autism. That's all a lot of gray areas. And that's where a creative lawyer that understands the law can take your facts. That's why it's unique. You said it's kind of an unusual situation. Absolutely it is. And that's why your lawyer should say to the district attorney, this is why he should not be convicted. Can we continue this for a period of time and be dismissed with no further problems? The district attorney's job is to protect the public, proceed with the public policy. And anytime there's any kind of violent propensities, then we need to stop it. They need to punish it and make sure that behavior is not repeated.
All right. We've got Ron here on one. Hi, Ron.
Hi.
Hey, what can we do for you, Ron?
I'm in the process of preparing a will, and or thinking about preparing a will, and I understand that I have to have an executor, and I understand that that executor has to be a resident of Tennessee. Is that true?
That is true. You don't have to have the executor, the resident of Tennessee, but we always
recommended.
We do recommend it.
Yeah.
And yes, and you know, I had someone in there today and said, well, I'm going to do this corporation. I said, I really don't want you to do that. I really would like for a lawyer to help you, because if you miscalculate, they may pierce the corporate veil. Same advice I give to you. You can gather all the information, but let a lawyer prepare the will and help you execute the will, because if there's a problem, someone can come in and break the will. They call them will contests, and we do them. We are very skilled at that both ways. We're skilled at writing the will to prevent a will contest, and we're also very skilled in bringing a will contest that can break a will because they didn't really follow the rules.
And really, for the executor, it is a lot easier and just more practical for them to be in the state as well.
Absolutely.
Well, again, we will answer all of your questions. Call that number at the bottom of your screen, 615-737-PLUS, 737-7587, and we'll be back with Kevin Kennedy after this.
Yes, we will.